Let's come on in and take a sip. Let's wind down today. I mean, my gosh, it's Thursday. It feels like it should be a Friday, doesn't it? What a week. And it's been terribly cold here in Germany. But you know what? It's going to be fine because it's to be expected. And that's what we want to do. Still finishing off the two bottle purchase of the Lemberger that I purchased from the Württemberger original. It is just as good as it was the previous day, only I put it in the fridge to keep it from going sour. So, same notes on the nose, same notes on the palate, only slightly smoother and more subdued because it's been chilled. Because I put it in the fridge overnight, because otherwise it will go bad, and I don't like to do that. I just don't like to waste wine, period. But yeah, it's almost as if it's slightly better because it's cooler. I don't know. It's amazing. And I was ruminating earlier on the New York Times grid that perhaps this is the answer when someone buys you a really awful bottle of wine, but it's a gift and you feel compelled to drink it. Just throw it in the fridge for a while, cool it down some. It might be even more delicious. This was a good wine to start with, but now it's even better. So I don't know. There might be something to that. Look, I know it's a social no-no. I know it's a taboo. I know it's a sacrilege. But I kind of like it. So I'm starting to wonder if I should just chill all of my reds, right? Especially just the table wines, So we'll see about that. Anyway, so glad you're all here. My name is Christopher. I'm glad you're here to solve this grid with me. I sure hope we get a W today because I'm telling you, getting punched in the mouth every day forever. Anyway, let's hop into our grid here. Let's see what we got. So we got quick crossword number 17-37. So we're about 63 puzzles away from not being in the aughts anymore, right? There's something to be said for that, right? Let's go ahead and jump into this thing and let's see what we got. We'll very carefully put our mouse in here and then back away as if we were never there. So policy U-turns. Closed circle sounds like a loop to me. So at 4 and 5 policy U-turns with that L, this could possibly be a flip, flop, and then plural. So what do we think? Around half a liter could be a pint. By the way, I watched the series finale of that show last night, Rogue Heroes. It was awful. In fact, I don't even know that it even said it. Whatever happened to the Major, the Phantom Major? What was up with his life? I'm going to have to check that out better, I guess, because, really, I got to liking all the characters. Glad to see that Patty Mayne made it on into law school and so on and so forth, but died awfully early. So, gosh, how terrible. But yeah, Major Sterling was fascinating in the way that the SAS was formed. And then you have Ian Fleming basically coming up with MI4 or 5, whatever it was at the time, and the CIA. Thank you for world security, United Kingdom. Awesomeness. So journey there and back. So I guess maybe a round trip. And so far, we're just humming right along, aren't we? So what do we got up? What does this grid have up its sleeve? That's what I want to know. Balsam or balm. I'm assuming this could be a lotion. I don't automatically think of them as that. But when I have a L blank T and then 3 letters after, I'm probably thinking lotion, right? Bull riding event. That is a rodeo. And now, those of you who view regularly, and you've gotten to know my artsy-fartsy self, all I can say is, in all honesty, I used to rodeo. Yeah, I did. When I was in the Army, I used to ride bulls. I'm not kidding you. I was a bull rider. It doesn't fit any part of my personality, I know, but at the time, it was necessary. One's entitled to it. Oh, okay. Rats and fleas for say. Okay, say. Rats and fleas say. So how about vermin? Because I can honestly not think of anything else that's 6 letters long that would work there. If it was 5, I'd say pests, something like that. But So one's entitled to it. Maybe you're right. Beat. Oh, this H at the end. So I don't think it's got anything to do with victory. I think it's got everything to do with the rhythm. So let's see if I'm right. Means I'm probably not. Quarreling, 4 and 5. For the first time, I'm getting to use something that I've learned in my homework journey. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. I just hope I'm right about it. But all of these notes I've taken since day one, I've got pages and pages of them. But yep, I do my homework after the Guardian, and I think this is Argy Bargy. I hope this lines up. I want this to be right so bad. I love it when I can recall something as arcane as Argy Bargy, something that I'd never use otherwise, right? I just love this, so it's just awesome. It goes with this and the other, and I think we're talking about this, that, and the other, or the other, right? So very cool. What do we got here? As an example, protest too much. So maybe over what? See, I have a feeling this is where I'm gonna get hurt. Remaining 2 and 2. How about to go? So maybe overstate. Okay. I was just talking during the New York Times how sometimes grids have a personality because they have a constructor, and I'm still not quite sure how these get constructed, if it's a computer thing, if it's a committee, if it's just one person who just does these. I haven't got a clue, but haven't really noticed much of a personality in the Guardian quicks as I do when I'm doing, say, the New York Times. And maybe it's got something to do with the constructor or constructors or the process itself. I'm not sure what that is, but I think a mood could be a tenor. And intellectual, probably mental, going back to the very basic definition, calculated in an unlawful way. It's a blank L, so I'm thinking illegally. Setting, I guess maybe a locale. So calculated could be strategic. All right, so Greek salad ingredient. Oh gosh, the Greek gave it away, didn't it? Could just say a white cheese high in protein. A white cheese from here seen variety, right? But no. Oops, didn't mean to dong the bell there. Publicized draft legislation. I have no idea. Draft legislation. Maybe I don't get how it's being used. I mean, the only thing I can think of is a bill, as in, passing a bill, but I don't even know if y'all do that in the House of Commons or Lords. I'm not even sure. I don't know. Senior could be older. Let's see. Thin portion. Nobel and Booker, for example, and those would be prizes. My darling Shotzi just sent me a text. I hate not answering, but I don't want y'all to wait on me, so I guess a thin portion could be a sliver. Injury. Okay, let's see who we got up here. Seaberg or Shrimpton. They're both Jeans. Jean. Okay, merciless. Something, I bet. Oh, I don't know. That might be my downfall right there. Sure, it's something that I would know. What did you see? This looks like a pool could be a reservoir. Reservoir. Okay. And got it. V-O-I-R. Okay. So an injury, I suppose, could be a lesion. Oh, wow. Merciless. Maybe unsparing. Oh, now my heart's racing because I have a shot at a W here, but I don't know if I've gotten everything spelled correctly. But gosh, my fingers are crossed. Do y'all cross your fingers in the UK? I mean, I don't know. Okay, what do we got here? I'll take a glass of wine here just to brace myself. Check all. Confirm. Okay, I've looked this over twice. I don't see that I got anything wrong. If you see it and I don't, please leave a note in the comments. I will take back my Pyrrhic victory, really, if you think about it, right? You know, how many face punches does it take to get to a W? But gosh, every time this happens, I start to just beam from ear to ear. I just can't believe it. These are just so difficult, but this one was just kind of made for me, with the exception of argy-bargy. But now, because I know what argy-bargy is, because of doing this and learning from you, thank you, argy-bargy is my thing, right? You know, now I'm just waiting for a cockasnook to show back up, right? You know, or a Barney. Oh, that's my favorite. When my parents were here for that couple of weeks, it was during that time that we had the Guardian crossword that had the term Barney, right? You know, it's Barney Rubble, here comes trouble kind of a thing. It was Barney, right? You know, okay, it was just great. Well, they loved that. And now I hear my dad talking about Barneying all the time. Yeah, we got to do a Barney earlier kind of a thing. It's just really funny, you know? So anyway, what a fabulous thing. We'll go ahead and bring down our Benny Yadadu and shove this grid off until tomorrow. And I'm going to keep beaming for the rest of the night. Probably going to print this out and frame it, actually. This is probably my 6th W in all this time of doing this, so I'm very happy about that. Until I see y'all tomorrow, I just want to say thank you so much for liking and subscribing. And the grand total is I am 8 subscribers away from having 500 here. And that would be really nice for us to have going into this season. I think it would just be such a wonderful gift to have, and to know that this community is growing and is thriving within its own bounds. And so that'd be wonderful. But until I see y'all tomorrow, and not being able to thank you enough for all of the support, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss, Servus, Grüß Gott, Ciao, Cin-Cin, au revoir, Masalama. Que tengas unos lindo días. Be well. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your friends. And take especially good care of those behind you in the queue. Be well.